Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we take a look at a brand new game just about to come out and we give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Toy Tinker Simulator, which is a simulation game in which you take old and decrepit old toys and you restore them back to their former glory. It's got an amazing soundtrack, and honestly, it's kind of won me over already. It is so relaxing to do, and it's nice to see the results of your hard work, especially when they're old school toys. You don't really see that many these days. It's all about the computer games and the high-tech gadgets and stuff. And I know the irony of covering that and saying this on a table and a computer game, saying that I wish that there was more old school toys out there, but I digress. We're kind of going off track here. As always, we'll look through the options first, show you what's available, and I'm actually quite happy to say that it is a very robust options menu, which is always nice to see. And then we'll jump into the actual gameplay itself, and I will show you what I've discovered thus far. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into fixing the toys. Alright then, options. First thing I want to point out is it's a bit weird of the layout that they've gone with. So you've got your audio, language, display, controls, video, instead of it normally being display, video, audio, and then controls. I'm not sure if I like it or not that they've displayed it this way, but it's just a very personal opinion to me. It's not something you see very often. It doesn't really impact anything at all. It's just something I thought worth pointing out. As for the actual options themselves, you've got your master volume, music volume, sound effects volume, and your language. Languages, there is a fairly robust menu here. There is a lot of little different languages to choose from, some of which I've never even heard of, so that's generally good. Kudos to them for that. What I would like to see is maybe a colorblind mode, or at least an option to change the colours or list what colours there are, and maybe a few more colours for the table, which I'll show you when we get into the game itself. A colourblind mode in a game like this, I feel, is kind of needed. There are a lot of tones and a lot of colours that are very similar to each other, and whilst it doesn't look like I've got the chance to actually colour the toys or paint them in, if they were to add that, a colourblind mode would be nice, or just at least a list of what the colour actually is. Not enough games do that. Your display options are pretty simple. Another thing to worth noting is that motion blur is there, but it is off by default. Massive kudos for this. I love this. This is fantastic. I wish more companies would do it. If you really need more motion blur in there, fine, have it. But have it switched off by default. This is fantastic. Massive points for that. Really like it. Then you've got your refresh rate and your VSync. I always, out of habit, put the refresh rate on native to my monitor anyway, even though I've got VSync on. Obviously, you don't technically need to do that, but it's something I always do. And you've got, again, a lot of little refresh rates here to choose from. Then you've got your windowed mode. It would be nice to see borderless windowed here, but at least they've got an option to change between full screen and your windowed mode as well. Your controls, you can invert your access if you so desire, and then all your different options here, which is fine. I like the fact that they add in a way that you can switch through the music. Again, the soundtrack in this game is really, really good. It fits the game really well, but I like the fact that they've made it like a radio, and the fact that most of these controls are for the radio. You're going to be using your mouse a lot, so having keybinds for anything else in the game isn't really needed. And then your video options, they start on ultra. The auto detect mode is very good. You've got your low, medium, high, and ultra here, and then their drop down menus, which I'm completely okay with, because again, you can see where it is, you can see the maximum you're on, and there's none of that scrolling endlessly. Scroll one too many just to see if there's an extra option there. And there is a decent amount of them. This game is very pretty and very cute without being too graphically taxing on your machine. There's the option, guys. Let's jump into the game and restore some toys. I'm very excited to show you this game. Okay, so we're in our workshop. As you can see, you've got your work table here. And then you've got other stands and stuff for tools that you will be buying throughout the game. You can move around and you can see pretty much everything. I'm assuming later on you'll be able to customize this a bit more. It'd be nice if you can, at least, to change it to more your style. And as you can see, there are plenty of stands here that I have not yet touched upon, so there's plenty of tools that you're going to be able to buy in the game as you go through. You've got your money in the top right, you've got your level, and you've got your toy repair progress bar, which you will see increase as you go through trying to fix each of the toys. You've got your laptop and you've got the workbench, which you can instantly go to, or you can just click on it to go to your workbench here. Your laptop is the main hub of the entire game. Again, it's quite nice that you can actually see the laptop and it looks like a laptop with the toolbar and stuff and everything else on it. It's little touches like that that I appreciate in games. As you saw with my motorcycle mechanic simulator, that's one of the things I touched upon with the UI, is it actually looked like a tablet and it just helps with the immersion. So a big fan of that. You can go to sleep, which I've not hit yet. I don't know if there's a time in the day that it will be like you need to stop now. I've not quite got that far. I've done the first 2 toys. Your projects, as you can see, we're only on beginner and it gives you your level requirements. So obviously we're 2/3 of the way through level 0 to level 1. We need level 3 in order to unlock apprentice jobs. And you've got journeyman, which is level 10, master level 25, and museum, which is level 15. It's interesting that you've got master and museum there. I'm guessing museum are like special toys that you can get and go to and stuff, but you need to be quite a high level to access that. Your market, this is where you can buy all your tools and equipment. What I would say is, although there is a lot here and you'd be tempted to pretty much buy what you can straight away, I'll show you how the mechanics work. So it's really not a good idea to do that unless you need to, and you can see what you need to on each of the toys that you're about to work. Same with the cleaners. These look like they are one-time use. It looks like you use these and then you have to buy new ones each time for your cleaner, so bear that in mind. And your paint materials. So I was right. You can indeed paint your toys. And what is nice is apparently my entire start and saying that they need to add color blind options of some description was completely wrong, because they do have it. It was in the color your workbench that they don't. It's just a color palette and there's only 4. I don't know if when you buy different powders, let's have a look. Buy that. Back. No, it doesn't. So some more colors for your table would be nice, but it does tell you what the color is. So I'm a big fan of that. That's good. More games need to do this if they're going to have colors in. Disregard everything I said in my options menu talking about the colorblind options, because they do actually have it. And then decorations. So you can go to your inventory and locate your new products. So each time you get a new item that you can use to thingy it, you can decorate your warehouse. So there is customization there as well. You can have sofas and chairs and things. You can have tables in. I like it. But again, they're decorations, so I wouldn't say early on you would want to be doing that, because you're going to need your money. The reason why you're going to need your money is when you go to your project. So we click this. The way that you see what you need to buy is you go down here. So you're going to need a sponge and a detergent, and you clip it to the thing so you can see what it is you actually need. And then required equipment, printer I already own, and ultrasonic cleaner I already own. However, as you go through, it will come up here with what you need. So if you've spent too much money on tools that you don't necessarily need, and then you come to a tool that you do need for a project and you can't start it because of that, you're going to screw yourself over really, really early in the game. So we're going to go to the market and we're going to get the cleaners. I'm going to buy one of them. And one of here, and it does say the durability, so it shows you how long you've got to use it. And then you can clear them off your list and get rid of the list. And then you go back to your project, you click it, and then you can accept it. So as you can see, we're going to make 290 gold from this. And we've only spent 15 because we already had the other equipment. So your equipment is already paying for itself, which is good. Then the way that you do it is you zoom in on the item, and anything that glows white you can take off. Here it says pull the toy apart. So you grip it and you pull the toy apart. You do have a chisel as well, if there are things that you need to pull apart with a chisel instead. And each thing has its own mechanic in the way that you do it. And once you've taken it apart, you then have to clean it. And I'm assuming that as you go through, obviously with the fact that you need things like saws and your sanders and stuff, you're going to have a lot more things that you can sort of do to it. Right, why can I not move that to the cleaner? Nope. Means that there is something that I haven't done to that toy yet. So we're going to have to give it another close inspection. Printer to print on it and stuff. So there is clearly something I've not done yet. Oh, press the button. There you go. So now we can go to the cleaning table and clean it. The scrubbing brush. There you go. Sweet. So you turn it on and then you grab your scrubbing brush, and as you can see, the bar at the bottom goes until 100%. Once it's 100%, you can then take it to the printer and you can print out the label for it. Like so. Apparently, if it's going to print it out, there it is, and then you drag that across, and as you can see, it sticks all the stickers on individually, and your progress bar has gone up there. So click on that, and then we want to ultrasound or ultrasonic clean. This is an automatic one. It's not really a mini game like with the cleaning of the main toy. And then you take it all the way back to your main workbench. It lays it all out, and then you click everything on, and it's done. Nice and easy to start with. These are just beginner toys. What is nice is it takes a picture, and then it shows you a before and an after, which is kind of cool. So that's what it started out before, and this is what it looks like now. All nice and clean. And then you basically go to the laptop, and it lets you. And hand it in, and that is literally what you do, and that's how you make your money. You get XP, you level up, you do more jobs, and it's incredibly relaxing to do. It's really fun to play. It is very, very nice. It looks amazing. It plays really well. It plays really smooth. The soundtrack's fantastic. The actions could be a little bit more clearly laid out. Like the symbols in the side are a bit small, and apparently to my blind eyes, not very noticeable. I don't know whether other people will have this issue or whether they'll find it just fine. But the tutorial again is very good. It explains it very well as well. So there you are, guys. That has been Toy Tinker Simulator, and it is released on Steam tomorrow, November 19th. So please do let me know in those comments down below if this is a game for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.